All right, and we're back with the film Custodian, the review show here on the Filmist Universe YouTube channel. I've also got some other skits, some other short films down the line that are going to be coming out. It's not just going to be reviews. So if you don't like any of these reviews, you know, there'll be other stuff. So watch out for those. Okay, so today we're talking about Carnival Row. Now, I talked about this a little bit when the Rings of Power came out. That terrible show, it is crap, it is terrible. And I said Amazon should focus on Carnival Row because I thought that show had a lot of potential, right? And that was way back it came out in August 2019. Carnival Row came out in August 2019. Okay. So a little over, 3 years? A little over 3 years later. And then some. And we finally get the second season. You know, obviously there was the pandemic and everything kind of got halted up. I guess, you know, Orlando Bloom had some stuff that he was taking care of or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we finally got season 2 of Carnival Row. And so far, I gotta say, I like it. I'm really enjoying it. There's been 6 episodes so far, and it's good. I mean, I can't say it's better than the first season, but I also can't say it's worse than the first season because everything is still there. Okay, Orlando Bloom is still kicking ass. I'm still gonna say it. This is still Orlando Bloom's best starring role, I mean, really that he's had. I mean, what else has he starred in? I mean, he starred in Kingdom of Heaven. That was a good film, but he was the weak link, right? And then you had whatever else he starred in, I don't know, some independent stuff. But he he plays the supporting character. Obviously, you know, Will Turner, you know, Legolas in Lord of the Rings, and those parts, they just suit him. You know, he's the swashbuckler type. He's great. But in this, no, he stepped up to the main role, more or less. He kind of shares it with Carol Devillon, I think I'm saying it correctly. She plays the fairy. So he's sort of the main guy. He's the detective, you know, and then the same thing as the first season. A little bit of backdrop, I guess. In the first season, you find out that he's actually half fae, you know, half fairy, half a magical creature, and so the police force kicks him out. You know, we don't want you here. You know, the humans hate him, and then of course, you know, you have the fae themselves. They're like, you're a cop. You're a crappy cop. You know, they don't accept him either. So now in season 2, he's just, you know, he's trying to find his place. He just needs to find his place, you know. And he's great. He's just the detective, the Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. I mean, and he's just doing a really good job. You know, he's just brooding. He handles the action really well. He obviously knows how to do action. You know, he has experience with that, Pirates of the Caribbean and whatnot. I mean, he's pretty much always holding a sword and everything. He hasn't held a sword in this yet, but he's holding a pistol and his fists, you know. And he just does a really good job. I'm really, really impressed with it. I mean, he's never going to be the caliber of actor of like Robert De Niro or anything like that, but he's doing good here. And so it's a shame that I think this is, I mean, you know, it's a shame. This is the last season. They've made that quite clear. Yeah, you're going to get 2 seasons. This is your second season, and then you're done. And the critics are tearing it apart, you know, whatever. I mean, I take reviews from Rotten Tomatoes with a grain of salt anymore. But I think it's a really good show. I mean, you know, all the characters are back, the stories are back, they continue, and they're going to interesting places. There's a new monster, there's a new mystery, so you still have that kind of Cthulhu, kind of, you know, Lovecraft vibes going on. And then of course you're still in sort of like, you know, this industrialized fantasy universe that's just really awesome. There's a little bit more character building, but also a little bit more world building. I can't really say that it's not reaching its full potential because I think this is all they wanted to do with it. That was my biggest complaint about the first season, was there's so much mythology that you could be churning out there, you know, but I mean, they kind of got ahead of themselves. Like, that was the stuff I was interested in. It was a little bit more interesting than the actual plot of the last season. So I wanted more of that, but they also, like, it's like they did too much and didn't focus on the main plot in season 1. But I wanted more of that. I wanted more of the mythology, more, you know, let's go back to Ternanook, I believe, you know, the magical kingdom of, you know, wherever, where all the fey creatures are, you know, during the war and stuff like that. And I mean, I wanted more of that, and I am. I'm getting more of that now. I'm getting more politics. There's a lot more politics going on, and these are some of the biggest criticisms, to me, are some of the best parts. is that there's too much politicking going on, you know, and this and that. And it's like, yeah, but that's fun. You know, it's fantasy realm that's been industrialized. It's just a really cool idea. I don't know, maybe it's too niche for a lot of people. I don't know, maybe, you know, maybe I'm in the minority here of people that actually like this show. I don't know. I think it's a good show. And yeah, I mean, I don't really want to say too much more. We're only halfway through, but you know, there's a new mystery. There's more monsters. There's more, you know, depression. I mean, like, it's just everybody's miserable. You definitely don't watch the show to be uplifted. You know, it's very, yeah. I mean, I can't. It's kind of clear to me now that when I wanted more in season 1, it's pretty clear now that in season 2 that this is all it was ever going to be. They were going to be kind of concentrating in this one area, you know, the Burg, and then Carnival Row, which is sort of the ghettos in the Burg itself, that they're putting all the fey creatures and whatnot, and you know, everybody hates each other, and the humans hate the fey hate the humans, and so there's this constant conflict. And then there's the other enemies in the background, you know, the Pact. They're having a civil war now. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. I can't really give it a score or anything like that. I can't say it's better or worse. To me, I'm just enjoying it. I think I just really enjoy the world. I really enjoy the characters, the performances. I mean, the art direction is fantastic. It looks like, I mean, it is that, you know, Victorian sort of Sherlockian kind of mystery look that you want. You know, the streets of London kind of thing. Obviously, it's not in London. It's in a fantasy world, but you know, it's that whole vibe and everything. I think it's very well done, and yeah, I don't really understand all the criticisms. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person that likes it. So whatever. That's my honest opinion. I really like it so far, and so yeah, that's all I got to say on that.